Your boy Dabuz is trying something new out here. Classes through Metafy. First one is going to be on October 18th, and it's going to be about how to play the disadvantage state properly, going really in depth. If this sounds interesting to you, check out the link in the description below. What's up everyone, today's video, talking about Cloud, because this is a very, extremely, insanely common character in competitive Smash play at literally every level, even casual play. And I want to talk about it without just saying, oh, he's really strong, because there are characters that are just better than him, and not nearly as common. You look at characters like Aegis, better character, not as common. Rob, Joker, etc, etc. But what makes Cloud stand out and people go, oh, I'm gonna play this character, I'm gonna main him. You might be saying, oh, Docs, he's Cloud. He's cool. That is definitely part of it. Compared to something like Lucina, and it's like, just literally having them stand next to each other, it's like, wow, Cloud is so much cooler. But I want to look more from a gameplay perspective. I think the big thing about Cloud is he personifies everything you want when you want to play like a platform fighter, right? Because he is fast, like nimble character, air speed, ground speed, fall speed, you name it. He also, when he hits people, is just satisfying, right? Like the hit leg and forward air, satisfying. I don't know if the sounds are right now, but the sound effects when you hit people like up air, when you hit people with cross slash, it almost feels like the camera like shakes a tiny bit. It just feels good. It just releases endorphins in your brain, right? And then you get limit, and just those things are amplified. Suddenly goes from being a fast character to one of the fastest characters in the game, which, remember, platform fighters, people want to go fast. They play these games mostly so they can move around and style like people with whatever. It feels really cool, especially if you get like a nice read going. Other thing about him though, because he is so fast, he also has a big sword. You can pick him up and play him pretty easily because other people have to deal with you. Unless you're playing against like a zoner that's very good versus swords, or a character that contests his sword without thinking too much about it. Most characters have to deal with him. So that means when you're playing Cloud, you are playing the character which makes the opponent think, oh, I gotta change up my game plan. I gotta change up my zone. I gotta change up my approach. I gotta deal with all these hitboxes and range. That is really appealing, even just subconsciously, to know that your game plan almost never changes, and you're putting this mental toll on your opponent, but literally just doing this kind of stuff, right? And the thing about those types of characters in War vs. Cloud, Sheik, Samus, Greninja arguably, those are characters that still require the opponent to play well. So if you're new to Smash, you're picking up Ultimate, you're just trying to like get into the game with your friends, those people playing those characters, they have to hit a certain like skill, like velour, like a certain level of skill to start exploiting the Joker combos leading to edge guards, the Sheik frame traps and edge guards, the Greninja like mobility and whiff punishing. So they have to reach a certain level of competency to really start exploiting Cloud. Until then, the Cloud is still just gonna win. Like if you can't edge guard Cloud, Cloud's gonna win. If you're having trouble dealing with Cloud doing down air, Cloud's gonna win. And also, limit charge, right? Makes people approach. And the thing about Smash, and getting good at Smash, is that approaching is one of the harder things to do in Smash generally. Like it's much easier to be the defensive player in Smash and make that work. A move like limit charge, which on a character is already good at walling, but forces people to approach, which people tend to struggle with. It's kind of easy, right? Like it's very easy to pick up this character, run around, throw hitboxes. You can be aggressive, defensive, and then just utilize limit charge, make people play your game, and exploit a weakness most people have. Same with edge guarding actually, where most people just aren't great at edge guarding, especially when you're newer to the game. You're gonna go for edge guards, you're gonna mess up, you're gonna SD, you're just gonna mistime things, you're gonna be put at the ledge because you missed your edge guard. Now Cloud's ledge trapping you. Once again, it's kind of up to the opponent to exploit Cloud's weakness here of his recovery. But there's a lot of room for error, and versus Keck like Cloud, you mess up edge guarding, he up Bs, but you just get suicide spiked. So there's always this level of counterplay with Cloud especially, which is like super relevant at any level to be fair, but especially the levels people mess up at, it becomes even more relevant. When you're playing Cloud, you always feel like your opponent has to read you well, play it well. You always have some sort of counterplay and like low reversal option. And if you're off stage with limit, you can almost always stay pretty safe actually. As a result of all these things, there's just a lot of good Cloud players, right? You have Spargo, you have Cola. I think there's a Cloud player in Japan. I know I'm forgetting a few Cloud players that are good already, right? If you look at the higher and top levels of play, because Cloud is a good character there, and there is enough Cloud footage to watch, it's much easier to pick up a character like Cloud and just copy what works than a character like Lucina or Rosa, who, it's very few people. Generally speaking, characters that are common at top level tend to trickle down because it's so much easier to learn with a character when you can go, oh, I don't know how to play this match. Let me pull up a VOD of one of the 10 really good players with this character and watch them, as opposed to a VOD of the one of 2 good players who don't have like every matchup available as a VOD. Oh, And last thing I should mention, a lot of people, including myself, practice a lot on online. And characters that don't really get hurt by online, don't have to change the game plan much, in my opinion, are characters that just get better over time, like faster, because it's so much easier, you know, turn switch on, go online, play some matches, whether it's practice Discord, which I recommend, or Elite Smash, and just grind. But if you play a character like Sheik, or even arguably Mithra, who really does not benefit from online, what happens is it's so much harder to practice this game and improve at the same rate online, and it gets very frustrating. A character like this, who basically does the same thing overall, like, you can legit just grind Wi-Fi and get really good with this game and this character, and then transition to the offline, as you saw with Scargo, who, you know, is definitely an above average player, definitely an exception to the rule of, like, just getting good online, but he's a great example of how online play can be a very strong improvement thing, and a character like Cloud is able to really push himself online, transition that offline better than most of the cast. All of these things combined is why Cloud is such a common character at literally every level of play. Hope this is an interesting video, and, you know, trying something a little bit different, just literally ranting about this. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you later.